Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my one block world. And as you might be able to tell, I've got pants again. I do. I spent a lot of time AFKing at this mob farm and a little bit in the nether as well. I went back despite all my issues with the nether, but I did get my pants back to the level I would like them to be. So we now have brand new netherite leggings. In that time, since I was already, in this world an awful lot anyway, I've also been gathering some more resources, so everything is stocked back up just a little bit. I haven't traded with Morgan because I really wanted to do that with everybody here, but hopefully today we can get Morgan up to the next level, which will hopefully give us name tag. But the main thing that I did, because I got these leggings pretty quickly because this is not a whole lot of enchantments to get, the main thing that I did is I may or may not have enchanted some tools, which I'm hoping will be our forever tool set that we will never lose again. But I do have the best diamond axe I could probably get. Like, I could get silk touch on it, but I don't really care for that. I mainly use my axe for fighting, so sharpness was important there. I got the best diamond sword ever. Fire aspect in this is really nice. Knockback I wasn't too sure if I wanted, but eventually I got it, so I got it. Sweeping edge, of course, and looting, which is very exciting, so this will help us fight mobs more efficiently. And as you can see, all of these also have mending. And then we have our fortune pickaxe with max efficiency and max unbreaking, and once again mending. And with our fortune, you've also got to get your silk touch, which is the exact same but just silk touch. And now we have the best tools we could possibly get. I didn't, at least at this point, I haven't made like a shovel or a hoe or anything. I could, but I haven't. And so now that we have these tools, there's only one step left to do. And I wanted to do it with you all, but hi, welcome. This is, like I said, my one block world, where one day, many a days ago, we started on this one block, and whenever we break it, a new block spawns underneath it. And we've broken this 12,000 times. I've been breaking the block in between videos, if you couldn't tell. And everything else around here we've built from the ground up. And now we have full netherite armor, my first time ever wearing netherite. We also will very soon have full netherite tools, which is also quite exciting. As you can see, we have a lot of netherite. I smelted everything I had. Okay, so that gives me 2 to 4 to 8. Okay, that will definitely do. That used up a lot of our diamonds, but we're gonna probably need this in the future anyway, and I've got diamonds to spare, which is why I did a lot of this mining, as you can imagine. But the other thing I did in between videos is the trader who just disappeared. Whenever he had fun, interesting trades, we've got a little bit of, just a little bit of dirt going on. I might want to fill in this area a little bit because, I don't know, I feel like we could use a little bit more space here. I did a little bit of animal breeding in between videos as well, just because, well, we always need more food. But I am getting distracted, as I always do in this world. Today, my #1 first goal, I wanted to get us some netherite tools. And I put the netherite away because clearly I wasn't thinking. But here, this is netherite scrap. We need gold. I know how this works. I've done this before. I might actually have to smelt some of this. I hadn't considered that. Okay, and then we do this, and then we do this, and then we do this. Okay. There we go. And then we should be able to get ourselves a couple of netherite bars in just a second. And that should give us a second one, and one more. I could have done this off camera, I could have prepared this all off camera, but I wanted to do this with you all here so you can see. I did all this hard work to finally get to my netherite tools, and it's going to be awesome and it's going to be epic. I didn't want to do all of the enchanting on camera because it genuinely was just a lot of AFK standing over here. But I got here in the end. We have our sword. Beautiful. I'm gonna use this sword up until it's done. We have our axe, equally as beautiful. Our silk touch, wonderful. and our fortune. Wonderful. Now all of... Let me not just throw my stuff away. All of these tools have mending on them, which means when their durability gets low, as in these guys, I can simply go off to my mob farm and, you know, because these fighting weapons will be in my hand, but I wouldn't be fighting the mobs with this pickaxe, but I can hold this in my offhand, and then with my main hand, of course, kill the mobs, and it'll regenerate the health of everything. So that's why mending is one of the best enchantments, because these tools could last me forever. And especially with them being netherite, their durability is already super high. So it's quite awesome to have this much of everything. And this is my first time ever, once again, using netherite tools and netherite armor. So I'm quite excited. And I've really enjoyed the grind to get to it, but now that we have everything, I feel like it's time for us to move on. I'm gonna put these in here for now, just because I want to use up these. Actually, no, we switched to our good tools. What are we, you know, what are we waiting for? And then these guys can chill for now. Let's just make a couple more pieces of paper. Just a couple. You know, we don't need a crazy amount. But you, Mr. Morgan. Is that not enough for you? How much for you to level up? I mean, I think that's like leveled up. I'm gonna wait a second to see if he does anything fun. But we're looking good on emeralds right now as well. So I did already switch over from mining for emeralds to just silk touching them. But he is now a master, which means he will sell us name tags. Oh my goodness. We have full netherite gear. And we look awesome with it. Actually, my armor is unenchanted. Oh no, it's enchanted. What am I saying? We now have access to name tags. We have adventures in the nether we have to think about. And we're having an awesome time doing it. I think I will wait with the name tags a little bit longer. But I do have one thing I want to maybe think about for a second. Because I have been thinking, like I said, I've spent a lot of time in this world, a lot of time as well AFKing in this world, and there is a couple of things I have noticed. Mainly, I also traded for a little bit of cobblestone, in case you couldn't tell. Mainly, when I'm in the nether, we have our #1 goal of gathering or somehow farming blazes. But we have been unlucky in our spawns in the sense that, blazes are not spawning in any of the farm areas we have set up. And I've been trying to figure out what's going on, because it appears that certain mobs will spawn in certain locations in the world and not others, or it can increase their chances of spawning. For example, we have had magmas spawn over there, but I can guarantee that magmas spawn... Oh my goodness, what are you guys upset about? I haven't been in here in forever. Anyway, if I want to guarantee that they'll spawn, all I have to do is go over to here, because this is in a basalt biome, and so magmas spawn here all the time. But I am going somewhere with this, yes. So we know that certain mobs are biome locked, and I've been trying to figure out if there's a specific biome I can go towards that will have blazes spawn. So we built this last time. We have a spawner all the way over there which has spawned 0 blazes. This place so far, in like the 2 times I've checked it, has also spawned 0 blazes. I do not have my bow and arrow on me. And all that is to say, I still haven't quite found whatever biome the blazes spawn in. But I have found something in my reflections and thinkings about this world. I have come to one conclusion. And this conclusion is that in the area that we spawn in by the nether portal, we have, as a matter of fact, have blazes spawn over there. They have been quite inconvenient, spawning when I do not wish for them to spawn, but they have been spawning above that portal for some reason. Which leads me to 2 conclusions, right? Either it is biome locked, as I assumed, and whatever biome we're in... Okay, I guess this will do. Whatever biome we're in, where the portal is at, is perfect for them to spawn, for whatever reason. Or it has something to do with something else, obviously, or it's just luck. That's the last third option. There's no real reasoning behind it, but what I think might be the case is either this is spawn locked, so this area enjoys, I guess, the spawning of the things, or, much more interestingly, it has to do with the blocks, because everything we've built so far has been built with cobblestone. Do you like me just missing the most obvious large target ever? He also just does not care about me. Everything we've built has been built out of cobblestone. The only thing that makes this area unique is this obsidian. Now, I don't know for certain if that has anything to do with it, but I am willing to take a bet. Now, either way, I was planning to build a little roof over this to keep me safe from the ghasts, as per your wonderful suggestions, because I never even considered that. You know, I built safety railings, but I never considered building a roof. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a roof, and then on that roof, I'm also going to have a little obsidian box that is potentially going to be a ground for blazes to spawn. I'm going to try and build it right on top of this area where we've seen them spawn before, so that I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone, trying two of my approaches, which is either it's location locked or it's block locked. And then I guess we'll come back when it's all done and built, and hopefully it'll all work out. So I'm going to get to some building. I need to gather a couple of... Actually, I probably have everything I need with me right now. And then, hopefully, we should get some blazes spawning. I'm excited. And my build is complete. We have a second floor. This is actually our first second floor, because I was thinking, even before I did this, that it's kind of strange that in our main base area, we haven't really gone up or down any floors. We've kind of kept it all on one level, which is really quite interesting. But at least in the Nether now we have a second floor, mainly because I wanted a roof, but also because we built this little box, which hopefully will get some blazes to spawn for us. I definitely am too close right now for anything to spawn, but I think, you know what? It's a successful little build. We'll continue to see if much of anything happens, but I think for now we have a roof. We feel very protected. I can actually go fill in some of these gaps that I left, and then we have officially expanded on our real estate, I do suppose. I am feeling very much better protected in this little box right now. I've greatly reduced the chance of mobs spawning, which is awesome. Because sometimes they would spawn on little blocks on the side, which now they can't do anymore because, well, there's no way to get in for them. But luckily, right now, it's all looking really good. Let's deal with this. Actually, no, this guy can stay because he's not one of these guys. And let's remember everybody how awesome our mob farm is, and I can now highlight how healing a pickaxe would work. There we go, and now my pickaxe has recharged, and it's awesome, and it's epic, and we love it, and that's also how our armor works. But hopefully these tools will last us a very long time. The last time I did this, I did die. So I think it's better that I don't jinx it right now. I am going to go... Oh, I don't have safety railings over here, but nothing can spawn. I'm gonna stand a little bit this way, because I think now that box should get some spawns going. And in just a couple of minutes, we'll go check the box. I don't know if anything will spawn. I have yet to test it, but I think either way, having a roof over our heads will be awesome. So let's give it a couple minutes and then check in again. Let's have a look. I don't know if I waited long enough. I don't know if I was far away enough. But in theory, this should be spawnable. Okay, we've got some piglins. So far, unfortunately, no blazes. I guess that's fine. What are you upset about? Oh, I'm not wearing gold, I do suppose. Yeah, that would probably cause them to be not too happy with me. But I will continue to monitor this new little spawn area. Hopefully before long we'll get some blazes in here, but at the very least, like I said, we now have a very nice roof over our heads. I feel very protected. This area itself is also quite nice. You know, we've got the barriers, so this area also feels quite safe, and I'm slowly but surely becoming accustomed to the Nether and all of the scary aspects of it. So yeah, I've really enjoyed this. This is fun. I love now having mending tools, and I'm really enjoying this world. So hopefully someday soon we can figure out a way to get ourselves some relatively reliable blaze spawns. But until that day comes, we're just gonna have to keep waiting and being patient. But for now, I think we've done enough exploring of this world. I'll probably head back into the overworld where it's just a little bit safer. We've certainly used a lot of materials for this build, but you know what? I think we did good. And this, at the end of the day, is why I do collect all the materials to use. But hopefully we continue to do some more very exciting things in this world. We have everything we could possibly want. Well, that's not true. We don't have blazes. But honestly, I feel like we've gotten to such an area of improvement that it's actually kind of insane. Like, we have full netherite armor. We have full netherite tools. And at the end of the day, we're learning. And I'm having a great time. I hope, like I said, we can continue conquering the Nether. If you have any ideas or anything you want to see me do in this world, definitely let me know, because I'm always up for trying new things. Oop, looks like I got some new trades to check out. But yeah, no, this world is awesome. We'll do some expansion next video. Like I said, I really want to include some grass over here. But I think for now, we've done more than enough. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. I do always appreciate all of your support. And other than that, I think we've done enough for today. Our awesome mob farm is still going. Our world, it's slowly but surely starting to come together. And I am ready to see wherever the next step takes us. For now though, I think we've had a good time. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And hopefully I'll see you again very soon. In this world or the next. Alright, have a good one. Bye bye!